All right, let's continue.
Yeah. Raping and killing.
Yeah.
I told you. It's part of their nature. So why, when you think they come in your house, you got them around your kids? See, these men keep telling you we visual.
Niggas ain't turned on by kids.
No.
It's some nigga. Now, I know a bunch of niggas. Now, it's a bunch of niggas freaking the motherfucker, but they ain't gonna touch no baby.
Hold on. Look, check. The male don't have no moral.
Wait a minute. Didn't he himself threaten to ARP 2 prepubescent girls? This dude all over the road, man. He all over the road, man. Why would see now this lady right here? You entertaining a fool. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk with him anymore about, right? He done already showed you where he's coming from. This lady just can't believe it. She said, "Damn, what did I do? Did I just end my career by bringing this fool on the show?" All right, let's get back to it.
Moral compass. He don't have an internal moral compass.
Sure
he wake up.
Let me just say this. He may not have a moral compass, but he develops one when he's in the right environment, right? Because I grew up believing raping and killing was cool. I've never done it. I believe raping and killing was cool,
and you still do.
I don't do it.
Yeah,
I believe it should be done in retribution. I believe whatever was done to black people in America, they should do it to everybody else. Whatever it is. I'm 46 years old, and I've been preaching this since I was a kid. I ain't raped nobody. I ain't molested nobody. I've been around a lot of niggas that spend 19, 20.
Listen to this logic. This ain't even logic. This is tragic. I'm inspiring people to rape people, but I didn't rape nobody, so therefore don't blame me for these inspired people that are out here ARPing people at my behest, right? Okay. Now she was about to tell him, she said, "You say you ain't doing it, but you inspiring other people to do it. You encouraging it." Right? That's like Donald Trump. Hey, you guys need to go down there, break into the Capitol building, put it and make them recount the votes and take it over. It's ours. We need to go down there and take it. People go in there, they kill a policeman, they injure a bunch of policemen, they injure and kill, they steal a bunch of property, they urinate and defecate in there. I mean, in public spaces in there. A lot of people got hurt, shot, killed. So they're going to go to Donald Trump and say, "Hey, Donald, you inspired it." He goes, wait, I wasn't there. I didn't do it. Yeah, I said you should do it, but I didn't do it. So it's not my fault they went and did it, right? That don't free you. That don't absolve you, right? In the Quran, the devil says, "I just made a suggestion. Why you mad at me?" He's the one that actually ate the fruit. He the one that ate it. I didn't eat the fruit. So why you mad at me? I didn't do it. I just made a suggestion. God said, if you had never even intervened, this would never have happened. This never would have happened without your intervention. On that alone, you're just as responsible as if you ate the fruit. But this dude right here don't get it, man. You don't get it, right? I'm not responsible, but I'm responsible. But I'm not responsible, but I'm encouraging it. But I'm not responsible. See? This is not a man. This is a male. This is the type of men. See, because men understand responsibility. I'm responsible for what I say. I'm responsible for what I do. I'm responsible for what I don't do. I'm responsible for what I don't get done. I'm responsible. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm responsible. I can't blame nobody else. Right? I got a son that rides with me to work. You know, this kid has missed that ride with me probably about 3 or 4 times in 2 or 3 months. Because he didn't wake up on time or forgot or whatever. So I'm only going to wait so long and then I'm gone. I'm only going to wait so long and then I'm gone. And that's my son. But I ain't gonna lose my job because you didn't get up on time. Oh, no. I'm not gonna walk in. I don't be late. I ain't late. I'd rather be 30 minutes early than 5 minutes late. So I ain't gonna be late. I'm gonna always be early. At least 30 minutes early. I'm always go early. Cause, you know, I feel like, hey, demand payment. I want to make sure I got everything I need to do the job right and do everything. Make sure all my stuff is there. Everything is in order before I even start the job. Right? But hey, we got to do what we got to do, man. We got to do what we got to do. We got to be men of our word. And your word means something. Your word means something in this world. But see, a lot of black men are like Charleston White, man. Their word don't mean shit. And then they get mad when they give you their word and you like, yeah, whatever. Right? You like, yeah, whatever, nigga. You ain't going to do what you said. They get mad. Why you like that? Because you never do what you say. You never where you say you gonna be. You never go. You never on time. You never be places where you're supposed to be. You never do it. Why? All of a sudden, this time you're gonna do it. You're gonna be where you say you're gonna be. Anyway, we got knuckleheads like this inspiring kids, right? This is your role model, Texas. Willie D. You need to do something about this. You need to have a conversation with this young man. You should. You seem like a real down-to-earth brother. You should have a conversation with this dude. But I don't know why. Or you should be doing a video about him to bring him, to hold him to the light. Hold a candle up to him. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think too many people are just okay with this man and they take him as a joke. They don't take him for real. But the kids do. The kids don't know how to separate him, this dude, as a joke. And say, well, he's just a joke. He's just being funny. See, the kids don't know how to do that. They're taking him at his word. ARPing white people is okay. Now, it's probably going to be a kid in the next 2 or 3 years that ends up in jail listening to this idiot, this maniac, going out there ARPing some white person and then ending up in jail because he listened to Charleston White. Charleston White made it A-OK to be out there ARPing white women or men or kids just because they're white. That's foolish and insane. All right, y'all, so let's get back to it because we got to get to the real conflict here.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 years incarcerated, locked up since they.
This is also, let me just say this and I'll let it go. That is a white supremacy tactic right there. They feel like the louder they get, the more right they are. Right? If I scream louder, if I'm louder than you, I'm more righteous than you. I'm more in the right than you, right? So now he's gonna start screaming. That means he's more right than this sister over here. I don't know what's going on. The host is like, what the hell did I do? Holy smokes! This is Zulu television. Yikes!
It was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and they ain't never raped or molested a baby. So they have to have some type of something that governs them.
Well,
they work around women. We in the strip clubs every night, touching whole pussy, and we've never been accused.
Well,
of this.
but that goes against the numbers that's out here with all of these girls
But
getting.
it's white man numbers though. When you look at the statistical rape data, it's white men. It ain't niggas.
No, because let's keep it a buck, because we know that black folks was sweeping this shit under the rug. You got Chester child molester in the
Yeah,
house.
them hoes were touching on that dick too.
Yeah.
Them little boys, 7 years old, that grown man dick. Women been molesting too.
What happens in our house stays in our house culture. Now,
All that. So let's keep it a buck. We know
things going on behind closed doors.
It was more women facilitate molestation than it was the man.
Well,
the woman overlooking. The woman overlooking.
But where that
We
come
not
from?
gonna put all this
No,
on the man.
no.
Because Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had it on mute. I said, "Hey, this dude is hilarious, man." Okay, it's not the it's not the men that's the issue, right? It's not the men that's the issue. It's the women. It's the women's fault these children were getting molested. See, the women was covering it up. They the real evil people. They're the real killers. Right? As OJ would say, they're the real killers, right? I'm still looking for the real killers. Yeah, man. This dude is Charleston is the gift that keeps on giving, man. He's the gift that keeps on giving. You think, man, nobody could be this dumb. Nobody could say nothing that stupid. But and then you turn around, he says something even dumber and even stupider than he said before. All right, let's continue.
Garvey. Man, none of these people have been accused of abusing women. Yeah, we fuck a lot of women, but we ain't abusing women. Some women are meant to be fucked on. Some women need their ass kicked. Some women need their pussy took. Some women need to be. They need it.
But see, here's the thing.
Because all women ain't women. It's some bitches.
You heard what he said, right? He basically said there's some women that it's okay to ARP. Mm-hmm. This y'all guy, Charleston, right? Said it's okay. I hope your mama ain't on that list, right? Hope your sister ain't on that list. Hope your daughter ain't on that list, right? Hope your auntie ain't on that list. Charles said some women it's okay to take it. Look at the host. She like, oh my God, for real. This is what you paid for. You getting what you paid for.
There's some hoes, there's some ladies. And you have to know how, just like she can identify these suckers. I'm telling boy, you better not look at all girls and females and think they're a woman. Bitch, prove to me you a woman.
You telling this to people who don't even know how to decode a facial expression. Listen, scientific studies show that the male can't even determine if a woman trying to attract him or not.
Man, listen. So listen, they tell boys, don't hit girls back. I've been whispering in my son ear, go hit her back. Hit her, she hit you, you hit her back.
And that's why you got to stay away from males.
That's why you got to stay in a woman's place.
You got to separate.
That's why you don't live with her.
Uh-oh, I think we about to go up the ramp right now. I got to go up the ramp. So she's saying, hey, women. I think she got to divest her divesting communities line. She's gonna start pushing that line. Hey, stay away from males. Right? You gotta stay away from them. Okay. And Charleston on the other side, woman gotta stay in your place. Gotta stay in your place, woman.
That's why you don't live with them.
Quiet
Don't go to school.
and don't talk back to a man.
Yeah. There you go.
Quiet and don't talk back to a man. Because all the women before me that I saw gracefully, those were those kind of women. Her grace and her essence of a woman will shut his motherfucking ass up. When the essence of a real woman come around, niggas pull their pants up, say, man, don't do that in front of her. Then it's naturally will be done it because her presence of a woman, a bitch won't get that response.
Oh,
a hoe won't get that. That woman that made her son kill her was a bitch. That man with that 14, that was a bitch. Arguing back and forth with a man. I would have watched my mama remove herself out of the presence of a disrespectful boy. Playing like he a man, wouldn't even responded to him. But a bitch got something to say back. A woman removes herself. It's certain things that a lady ain't go do. And when a lady walk into a room, men straighten up. I swear to God. Boys will misbehave, but men straighten up.
Now we talk about the effect and we still get away from the cause. So now, we just agreed earlier that women are kept out of the knowledge of a male. I done went down through the science of the things that women don't know about men. And women have been conditioned under patriarchy to let men do this, let men do that, support male degeneracy. So if we're not going to attack the root of the issue, talking about
like
what people
my woman
doing,
said, he my sorry motherfucker. She happy with why you want to change the dynamics of the man.
So what we talking about? If we can't speak out of both sides of the neck. Women got to do that, but it's okay. My woman accept my degeneracy.
This is what I'm hearing. It's all the man's fault.
No. I told you earlier. It ain't the people in this system are victims of this, the male and the female, because this goes against both the male and female nature. Who did this? First of all, the average male is not the creator of patriarchy. Y'all didn't create the religions. Neither did the woman.
I don't believe in religions. I don't read religious books. This is what I'm saying.
This ain't about you, Charleston. This is about the public.
But hear me out about the public, though. So if they happy, why we need to change it? Or if they not happy, why should we change, right? Why should we change?
So we like dysfunction? Are we trying? Are you sending people to jail because you want to change something, or you just like putting niggas in jail because it's fun?
I just like putting niggas in jail because it's fun.
So you ain't got no real. So what's the point of you even talking to little boys and raising them? What's the point? That's fun too.
To help them make it through prison.
Well, why? Why would you change? Why would you even care about them making it through prison?
Because I was a kid going to prison.
Yeah, but what that got to do with it?
So I don't care about grown folk. I don't care what happened to grown folk. I don't give a fuck about grown folk.
See, that's the difference.
See, I was called to work with kids because I was a kid that wanted to kill and rape and do all this type and never got to do it. It never got to do it. So I go work with the kids that's doing it because I got to tell them, nigga, you going to prison. You go do this. So he can make it through prison and turn into a Charleston White.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What is the world coming to where we are allowing a man like this to go out there and reproduce himself in the prison system? Holy smokes. Holy smokes. All right, y'all, let's skip a little ahead here. Because we got to cover some ground here.
In the head, every single point that I have made about the male's nature.
Tell me what it's like to have an erection.
Let me say, I don't have to tell you how it feel, but I know how it make your mind operate. I know you can't. Listen, I don't want to be gone.
Listen. So when I'm in class, and I got a hard on, and I'm not thinking about nothing, what's on my mind? And the teacher say, Charleston, come up, because you get a hard on not thinking about sex.
That's right.
And as a boy,
that's what I was trying to say.
Listen, as a boy, you wake up with a hard on, not even thinking about sex.
Didn't I say that earlier?
So this is my next question. So how can you say what's in our mind?
Charleston, I said that earlier.
You said you know what come to our mind when I dick your heart. How do you know that?
Charleston, I study y'all, and I said,
you ain't, but
Charleston, come on, Charleston, calm down, baby, calm down, sweetheart.
This is what I'm saying.
Calm down.
You can study all day long,
Charleston,
but you got, listen, just like a man. Now you done got me turned up now. Just like a man, he cannot get in a woman's body to say this is how a woman feels. This is how a woman think. He can study all day long, but you don't have the chemicals that we have.
Again, listen, a male can wake up, a male can hit a tree stump and his thing come up. No, you don't need nothing to make a male's shit stand up, right?
You lying to me?
You
lying? Come on.
No, wait a minute.
I tell these niggas all the time. Say, listen, homie, a man has to see something.
Damn. Charles just spilled his drink. Damn. Good thing he didn't spill it on the carpet, huh? Holy smokes. I feel sorry for Zulu Television, man. No, I don't. You paid for this. So this is what you're going to get.
Something. He cannot just say, because a man is...
They half-ass listen. They don't listen. They don't listen. Here's the thing.
We just heard what we heard.
No. Because I told him, didn't I tell you earlier that men are visual? You just said, oh, no, don't no men get no erections around no children. He said that earlier, and I said men are visual, extremely visual.
Come on now. Hold on.
No. Anything. Listen. No.
It's some men that are aroused by kids and called pedophilia. But it's some heterosexual man that see a kid is never turned on.
Sir, anything can make y'all dick raise up. Y'all waking up with hard-ons. Hold on. It don't take no major stimuli to raise y'all shit. It don't. You can sit.
So
listen.
What she's saying is that what she's trying to say is that it doesn't have to be a sexual thing in nature to raise you up, meaning that this thing can.
A man is not gonna get hard unless he got to pee in the morning, unless he's sexually aroused. He's just not gonna get hard.
What? So you mean to tell me, you can be sitting in class, not thinking about sex, and his dick get hard? Which one is?
A boy.
But that's what I'm talking about.
A boy and a man.
But that's what we was talking about. Sir, that's what we was talking about.
But he's not thinking about nothing. It's just out of his control.
But didn't I just say that? They just being disagreeable for no reason. We saying the same thing. Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. You just don't like it.
Listen
you
to what
just don't like it,
every man in this room is shaking their head. This is my problem with women.
All right.
We all just said the same thing.
We got women telling men about men, and they've never been a man.
We said the same exact stuff. The same thing that happened on.
This is what happens, man, when you start giving a fool a voice. You start giving a fool some knowledge, or not some knowledge, but some time. You give them some attention. Now you out here entertaining Charleston White. He's unentertainable. I mean, he's not going to tell you the truth. He's going to flip from side to side. If if his position is getting attacked, he's just going to either yell louder or he's going to just change the subject. Pretty much what a woman would do, right? He's going to yell. He's going to start talking louder or change the subject. Right? I want to say a woman. I want to say a narcissist would do. A narcissist is going to do, they're not going to let you win. Even if their logic is flawed, they're just not going to let you get it out. They're just going to stop you. They're going to interrupt you because they know that you're going to bring some logic that's going to shoot them down. So they're just going to keep talking over you, as Charleston is doing to this lady. Now, if she has some wisdom, I don't know. It don't sound like it's the worst of the worlds, right? It's the battle of the worst, right? Right? They used to have an old show called Battle of the Network Stars, right? And the top network stars got tired of doing it, right? So all the B level network stars started doing it, right? So it was the Battle of the Network Stars, right? Be like the second banana on TJ Hooker, and you know what I'm saying, the stuntmen on A-Team, and you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no real celebrities no more. That's why they had to stop it, because the celebrities that they wanted to see would never come on there. Now, I'm not going on there and actually get hurt. Have a possibility of getting hurt or having some type of medical issue. That's what this is, man. This is the battle of the D network stars, right? Ay. Okay, let's get to a little bit more of the conflict, man, because they pretty much just arguing right here.
Didn't have, because you don't know those men. Right? Because if all men were the same, all men would be doing the same. Okay. There's some niggas fucking some punks and they want some dick. And there's a lot of niggas ain't taking no dick. Right. If some nigga beat women, if some nigga won't dare touch a woman. If some nigga say bitch, and if some nigga say, hey, homie, don't say there's women in the room. So we're all different. Yeah, we have the same chromosomes, makeup, all of that. Homie, but our environments, how we raise, supersede all that shit. Because once you develop a conscience, once you learn right from wrong and you got a conscience, homie, I wouldn't give a fuck what turn you on, you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give a fuck how horny you is, you ain't gonna cheat on your wife. When you develop that, you fight against your nature. You deny yourself. That's where fasting and praying come in at. You develop coping skills. You develop critical thinking skills, conflict skills to supersede your nature. That's where the morality comes in at.
All right, and that's it.
So
all right, hold on. Let me say this because he's been talking. So morality at the top of the pyramid. At the top of the pyramid is where the least amount of people exist. So, and that is the area of the mind.
She's going back to that book, homie.
I'll let you talk, homeboy. I'll let you talk. Now, go to the bottom. Earlier, I told you, the further you get down to the bottom, the less controls. So it's more people on the bottom that got no morality, no self-control because the masculine energy is a movement.
How do you describe black people in the 60s then? They was at the bottom. How do you describe the slaves?
Because you still had morality before the process of ideological subversion that took the morality away. So here's the thing. You had the people in the Southern Black Church. It was all run by the Muslims and the damn church. That ain't the leader no more. Morality has been moved out, and I don't care what nobody say.
When your mama teach you, say excuse me, say please and thank you, she's teaching you morality. When your grandmother say y'all stop, they teaching you morality. Your home life supersede this what she talking about in this book.
Wait a minute, but how much time people spending at home? Huh? Who raising the kids now, right? Who's raising the kids?
Some mama like mine.
Television.
Some mama like mine.
In childhood, when women are given these things, they still aren't able to really receive those things because according to you,
they need the military and prison. The prison and military are damn near equal. They're both the same. They need some type of training. Both of them give men training. Both of them. But the mama got to have the boy till he come to adolescence. The mama is the first teacher.
And but we already agree that you got to cut the cord, and she don't know that she got to cut the cord.
When she breastfeeding you, how many of y'all breastfed? How many of y'all breastfed in this room? Raise your hand.
Oh, I breastfed.
That's where it started. So that connection through breastfeeding, you're developing morality.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
That ain't got nothing to do with morality.
Please.
No, it don't have.
Man,
I don't know what this dude is talking about. I don't know what this dude is talking about because my oldest boy was breastfed and he was a mess. He was in private schools. But he was a mess. He was a mess, right? So I mean, like I say, man, raising kids on a daily basis, that's a different from having kids. And you can call them every other week and say, hey, how you doing? That's different than being on deck every day, right? And I don't care how good you raise a kid. I don't care what good school you send them to. I don't care. If a kid wants to do something nefarious, shout out to Patrice. If a kid wants to do something nefarious, they're going to do it. Ain't nothing you can do to stop them, man. They're going to do it. If another kid out there convince them that, hey, this nefariousness, this is the lick, and they bite into it and they bite that apple and they go all in for it, I don't care what you're teaching, man. If a kid want to do something wrong, they're going to do it. That's the reality of that situation. Ain't no, you a bad parent because this kid went this way. You don't know what these parents teaching their kids. Some of these parents got kids in federal prison doing time, and they done taught them everything right, taught them good way. Some of these parents have adopted kids and tried to give them the right way. All that. Some parents got their own biological children that they raised in a good home, good this, good that. And they just want to be out there in the streets. I knew a lady. We were close at one time. And she had a baby with this dude that was heir to this big black sister. And the dude was black too. And his family owned this huge chicken chain in the 90s, a huge chicken chain. And he was the heir apparent. Was the heir apparent. But instead of hanging out with the family, learning the business, you know what this kid was out here doing? He was out here trying to be Snoop Dogg and Corrupt and what's the other dude that hang out with him? Snoop Dazz. Snoop Dazz and Corrupt. He wanted to be Snoop Dazz and Corrupt. Hanging out here in the streets. End up going to federal prison. M1. Parents had him in private school his whole life. Baseball, football, basketball. But the kid just wants to be in the street. There's nothing you can do about a kid wants to be in the street. There's nothing you can do about that. He's got to go out there and see for himself that that's nothing. That's nowhere. He's got to go and get his head plunked. Hopefully it don't end up where he's in prison or dead, but he got to go out there and get his head plunked before he start realizing, man, you know what? It's just like my mother and my father said, man, this ain't nothing. So I don't know what he's talking about if you breastfeed a child, that teaches morals. No, I would not necessarily say that. You teach morals by consistent application and visual rewards for applying those morals. Can't teach what you won't practice. You can't teach it to a child. The days where you could say, do as I say, not as I do, those days are over. Those days are over. Anyway, let's get back to Charleston. A little bit more, we'll wrap it up. Let me move it on.
Study them as the
More
book.
than one shades of men. They
don't get us no banks. This don't get us no economic development. This what poor motherfuckers talk about.
Exactly what I
this
tell
what
you.
poor motherfuckers talk about. Because men
Let
have to
them talk.
men have to focus on a legacy. And your legacy, nigga, is about what
let
you
'em
can
talk.
build and develop and conquer
talk.
because God gave you dominance on earth. He didn't give it to the woman.
What I tell you?
He didn't give it to the woman.
Sex and what
He
I
didn't
tell
give it
you?
to the woman.
What I
God
tell
never
you?
even spoke to the woman.
Listen,
he don't
he
give a
ain't-
damn what a woman got to say.
He ain't saying nothing more than what I already told y'all. It's all in the book. Everything
Don't
that he
read
said,
the book.
No.
Talk to the men in your life.
Man.
Look at your father.
He
Look at your
confirming
grandfather.
it.
Don't read no
He
books.
confirming it, y'all.
Let the life of your father be the book.
Everything he says is
Don't
in the
read
book.
that book.
Yeah.
Look at the
More
man.
than one shades of
Study
men.
the man. Your
For-
coach, your school teacher, whatever man that was in your
Yeah.
life, study them as the
More
book.
than one shades of men. They can't do it. Everything that came out of his mouth is written in this book. They can't do it. He confirmed it. And that's why you just let him talk. Let him
Man,
talk.
listen.
Listen to him.
Y'all
Let
listen
him
to a
talk.
woman with no man. Ladies, y'all know that man love you based on.
He got her on that one. Now I got to give you that. He got her on that one. He got her on that one. He definitely got her on that one. Yeah, man. I don't know why women do that, man. That as a practice, man. They listen to gay men and they listen to women with no men on how to deal with heterosexual men. That's just so foolish to me, man. That is just so foolish, right? Anyway, man, he got on that one. I got to give him that one. Yeah.
On what he do and what he say and his actions and inaction. She ain't never had a man.
All right.
To know how a man love.
He don't know I was
She ain't
married.
never had a man.
Oh, he don't know I
taking
was
the
married.
reins. All right,
Yeah.
let's okay.
Oh, he
I
ain't know I was
see
married.
we must agree.
He didn't know that. He didn't know that.
Okay, Princella was married. All right, so let's
No,
go
I ain't saying
ahead.
whatever.
I think we should change.
She ain't got a man now, do she? How long ago was she married?
Princella, would
You can
like
talk to me.
talk
How long
about
ago was
this?
she married to a man?
You want to talk about this?
To a man.
All right, well, Charleston, you gonna let her respond?
Hold on.
Okay, let's let her respond.
What I respond? I'm trying to get her
Okay,
response.
let's let her respond. Let's let her respond, Charleston.
Okay, what's the actual question? One at a time.
One question.
How long ago was you married to a man?
I got married in 2017, and I'm still legally married.
Oh.
Right. And me and my child's father co-parent really well.
Okay, Charles.
Do he love you?
Actually, I wrote the book after the last person I dealt with, which was a millionaire man. It wasn't.
I wanted to ask about that.
No. Ask about that, yeah. Because after my ex, because my ex ain't the one that caused me to write the book. What caused me to write the book was after I dated a millionaire after him, right? The millionaire man who I worked for was in competition with me. Now I'm working for you. You making money, but you jealous and insecure because I know the industry that you work in, right? I know.
It's coming out, guys. I'm listening.
Right, let her get it out now.
Let me tell you something.
Let's get it out.
Experience, because here's the thing. Experience in life is what you need to be able to say anything. So not only do I have experience with men.
Two men she just named, not 41.
Hold on.
Oh.
She named you 2 men, not 41.
Hold on. I worked around men. You
Never
ain't
slept with them, though.
Hold on.
Didn't live with them. Working and living is 2 different things.
Hold on. Can we?
She never slept in bed
Hold
with
on.
them.
Hold
Judge
on.
these men to
Hold on.
compare all us to these 2 men.
So, are we gonna talk, or are we gonna be in emotionalism? Because
I ain't in no emotionalism.
Yeah,
At this
that's-
point,
that's
I
what-
done already heard what I heard. I got a woman saying to all these men.
Oh, I'm not talking to men. I'm talking to women. Y'all see it yourself.
Listen, so she just told me, well, you're a leader and you got this platform and you telling men to rape. Yeah, and you over here telling women that we don't love. So let's just keep talking on our platform and leave this shit alone. At
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
we.
It don't make no sense
Oh
no
yeah,
more.
we can do that.
It don't make no sense no more.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Because I watched Black. I'm sure that man loved his
Yeah, we can
mama.
do-
I'm sure
we
he
can
loved
do-
his sister. I'm sure he, man, how can you have a
What is
brother?
love? Define love, Charleston. Define love.
I can't define
I know you
his
can't.
love.
I thought so.
I can't
I
define
thought
his
so.
love.
No.
Because there's no blanket for love. This is my definition of love. Love is not what you can give. It's about what you can take. Our mothers took a lot. It ain't about what you can give. It's about what you can take. But what you can take.
How much you endure? You're saying how much you endure?
Don't you?
Okay. Ay. Love is not about what you can give, it's about what you can take. So a woman that's being abused really loves the man because she can take the abuse. Or she has to take the abuse. Or she is too scared to try to find another way out of that abuse. She therefore loves the man greatly. I wonder, Charleston. That doesn't make too much sense to me. Love has nothing to do with taking. Love is willing to sacrifice at a moment's notice. Love is willing to sacrifice at a moment's notice. At a moment's notice. Huh? What you mean, Clarence? I have a son that's autistic. And that son, when he was about maybe 5 or 6 years old, the whole family went on a fishing trip. We went on a fishing trip with my father-in-law and my mother-in-law at the time, and rest in peace, and my other sons and a couple of my nephews. We was fishing. They took us to this park, huge national park, and we were fishing out there. And on one side of the road was a lake, and on the other side of the road was a lake. And they had told us already, watch out, there's snakes out here, right? So I had a son. So while we were all on one side of the road, some kind of way, my autistic son had wandered across the way to the lake. Now the lake, that's probably about 20 meters, 30 meters away, right? So it wasn't too far, but it was still a far enough gap where I couldn't just reach and grab his hand. But we were pretty much the only ones in that area, right? So I'm working with my oldest boy, putting bait on his hook or whatever. And I hear splash. Right? Now there shouldn't be a splash. That means something really big fell in the water, and it wasn't nothing. It wasn't no docks or nothing where so it shouldn't be that splash. Well, my autistic son had jumped into this water. Right? I knew he didn't know how to swim. He jumps into this water thinking it's like bathtub water. Right? So bloop, down he goes, right? We're talking about love. I dropped my son's hook. I run. I'm sprinting across this. Then I sprint across the road. I go. Now, they told us, hey, snakes out here. You guys got to watch it. Well, I jump straight in the water. Straight in the water, pull him out. Right? Close everything. I didn't even think about, snakes, or I didn't even think about maybe he might pull me down to drown. I didn't think about it. Just push. See? I was willing to sacrifice my life to get this boy out that water. And if I had to choose which one of us was going to drown, it was going to be me. That's love. Love is willing to sacrifice at a moment's notice for the right reason. For the right reason. See, you really love somebody. You got a side piece. You really love this side piece, but you know you can't do it right. You're willing to sacrifice it. I love you too much to have you stay a permanent side piece. Because you deserve a man that can spend most of his time with you, most of his free time with you. And I'm not that man because I got a responsibility over here. See, it's on us as men. So us as men to help women bring out the virtuousness in them. Because the average woman will go with the flow of the environment. If everybody in the environment is doing something, they probably gonna go with it too. Average woman. There's some women that are not like that. But the average woman, they'll just adapt to whatever conditions they're around. But we as men, we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to come in and change the conditions. If something's dysfunctional, we're supposed to step in and at least attempt to remove this dysfunction. We should always be attempting to remove dysfunction. That's what we're here for as men. We're not supposed to be providing and promoting dysfunction. We're supposed to be removing dysfunction. But neither one of them know nothing about love. I could see. And I would debate either one of them at any time. Brother Clarence would chew them up and spit them out like peanuts. They would have no, a conversation with me and Charleston would last 2 seconds. Because Charleston would listen to me and he would leave. He would just dismiss himself, right? He would never finish that conversation with me. And this lady probably wouldn't either. Probably wouldn't last too much longer. All right, so let's move it along.
I feel that. So before we go, I just got about 3 more things that I just want to get a quick response on you guys about how you feel and what your position is on these things. So let's start with interracial dating. Princella, let's take it to you. Interracial dating.
I'm a true believer that it's one race. I'm not into pro-black politics. I've been there. I saw what it's about. And what I understand is that a higher level of human interaction is not about division. It's not about race or any of that. So I have a multi-layered. It's too deep for me to say because you have to come either from a female perspective or a patriarchal perspective, because patriarchy is driven on division, conquering, and territory. So man against man is about territory and conquering. This is where you get your racism from. And then you need the woman to support that. And that's how you create that, because the woman is the fertile ground. right? So if you coming from a patriarchal point of view and you have territory against territory, now you do have a such thing called racism, and now you have gangs. I'm not a part of that. I don't believe in that. When it comes from a female egalitarian point of view, right, and you allow the energy to flow the way it was naturally supposed to flow, we share in community, we share in culture, and whoever you love, whoever you connect with, regardless of race and ethnicity, is cool, right? So that's the way I see those two things, just depending on what point of view you're looking for. Right.
Charleston White, interracial dating.
That God have no respect of person, so you should date whomever. But my belief system is, fuck who you want to fuck. Yeah, man, I can't tell you where to put your dick on your pussy. I try to stay out of that, but ultimately, whoever black man fuck, they black. So I think I agree with a lot of what she's saying. We've become too hateful to just stick with blacks making blacks, Mexican making Mexicans, white making whites, because we're too hateful toward one another now. When you look at mixed breed children, they seem to be more caring, more compassionate. They don't seem as hateful because they don't have a place in the world yet to claim state as this mixed race or mulatto race, right? So our racial belief system gives us an ethnocentric ideology that we're better based on race.
What?
When we're all a part of the human race. I agree with that. But when I'm talking to my people, I need us to look at us first before we can look out into the world. Because that's where our power lies. Mm-hmm. Our power lies in us loving one another before we can love anybody else. Mm-hmm. So that's black power, is black love to me. I think, yeah, fuck who you want to fuck, make plenty baby with them whites and Mexicans, and run off on some of them like you do the sisters.
Wow.
Yeah, run off, abandon some of them goddamn mixed breed babies too, like y'all done them.
Well, hell. All right, moving right along. The next thing I would like to ask about.
This dude is an idiot. Any of you guys following Charleston White, you got to have a screw loose. You got to have a major screw loose. Major screw loose.
Is age gap dating? How do we feel about older individuals dating much younger individuals? Princella, let's start with you.
I'm a leader in my mentality. And even when you are, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, military, whatever, you have a code of ethics. The higher you go, it becomes unethical to date or deal with lower enlisted people, right? Mm-hmm. Because you have a power over them. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to, I don't care if it's a male or female, I am not for major age gaps because there is a power gap and people are out here power driven and ego driven, and most people in those younger age gaps end up getting screwed over, right? And I'm a humanitarian and I'm about righteousness, and it's unethical for older people to be fucking with kids or younger people that they have power over. So that's my thing.
Charleston White, age gap dating?
Yeah, once a motherfucker get legal, you draft their ass straight out of high school into the pros. Fuck that shit. How old that little bitch? Yeah, nigga, if you can play on the bitch, play on her. Most old nigga want a young hoe, because you can't tell an old woman
that's
nothing.
Love, right?
Yeah, this ain't about love. Right. When I met my wife, and I saw what kind of woman she was, I told her, I'm gonna marry you. She said, I ain't gonna marry. In her mind, she wasn't gonna never get married. Her family thought she was too successful to marry anybody, right? So I told her, man, she said, well, what about love? I said, we worry about love later. You and I have something in common that we can build together and establish something. We'll learn to love each other later. I ain't, man, motherfucker looking for love in the beginning. That's why relationships don't last. Because it's almost like a business partnership that we're agreeing to. It ain't love. Because some days I'm going to wake up and feel like I don't love you. Some days you go look up and feel like you don't love me. That's how we go get to 50 years once we get past them days and years we don't feel like we love each other. That's how our elders done it. Granddaddy was a sorry motherfucker. At some point he grew out of being sorry. And boy, he's sitting over there, he's the best daddy she can be, and she's happy, she's the best grandmother. Put his ass in the ground and she go live and travel the world good. But he was a rotten motherfucker for 20 years out of them 30, out of them 40. You're gonna
so
go
you're
through
saying
that.
just make it through. You just
Man,
got
if
to
I'm
go
fit,
through it. You just got the women just got to go through that.
No,
point.
women ain't got to go through nothing. We got to go through it together.
Okay.
Because y'all keep trying to separate this. When I get with a woman, this is a we, not a you and you. So my flaws as a man is factored in when you pick me. Even if they wouldn't. Once you see them, nobody's remained the same forever. Nobody.
Oh boy.
Did you want to respond?
No, I'm
okay. All right. Well, we're gonna take it to one more place, and then we're gonna wrap. This has been amazing, but I got one more thing that I would like to know your views on, and that is polygamy. Let's go ahead and start with Princella.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Let me stop it here. I mean, I really don't care what either one of their positions is on polygamy, so let me just stop it here. I mean, those of y'all that follow Charleston, man, it's time to wake up, smell the coffee, man. Time to wake up and smell the coffee. The dude is a complete idiot. He is a complete idiot. He has no place talking to kids. Should he have a channel? I don't think so. I think people have been kicked off of YouTube for a lot less. But Charleston seems to be able to stay on Instagram and Facebook and all of that and say a lot of the stuff that he says. Excuse me. So how I don't understand how they can kick other people off for a lot less for actually helping people, actually doing stuff for people, but they kick them off. And Charleston is allowed to run around like a chicken with his head cut off, right? All right, y'all. What do you think about Charleston? Y'all know my stance on Charleston, man. He is not a good person as far as I'm concerned. Not at all. He definitely shouldn't be talking to kids, and he definitely shouldn't, really be talking on, I don't think he should be on YouTube, but he is. But that's not my call. That's YouTube's call, right? I don't go around, run around reporting his channel and stuff like that. I don't do that. I think the YouTube community, if they look at, if they allow him to be here, then obviously they don't feel like he's threatening anyone. But he is threatening us, but in my opinion. But I just think you have to wait till the people see it that way. Unfortunately, the people don't see it that way. People see Charleston as they think it's funny. And that's how most people get by. Hitler, they thought Hitler was, at first they thought he was crazy. Then they thought he was funny. Then they said, he's getting stuff done. Next thing you know, he's chancellor. Right? Next thing you know, he's the boss. They thought Stalin was stupid. He couldn't talk. He was just the dumb one in the group. And Joseph Stalin murdered his way to the top. Murdered his way to the top of the Kremlin. Anybody that he didn't like, whoop, they was gone. Anybody that tried to hold him accountable, whoop, they was gone. He's one of the very few people that did that died at an old age. And that's because he had so many people that in his group that was eating off of him, they was pushing his program. But Charleston White is a whole nother category. He is not a good person. I don't think he should be talking to kids. And if you guys find out that he's talking to kids, let me know. I will write whoever. I already wrote one letter and sent it out to Memphis, to the mayor of Memphis, Tennessee, because they had a program that he was supposed to be allegedly out there talking to kids. And I told him, I said, man, you guys are crazy letting this man talk to kids. I sent them the videos and everything of Charleston, but never got a response back, right? Because why? They don't want to have nothing to do with that situation. They don't want to even deal with that situation. So that's how Charleston's getting through the cracks. Everybody just, they just putting their hands up saying, that's a nigga problem. Let the niggas deal with that, right? But it's a bigger problem out here. You see, he's out here advocating for people to go out and rape white women, right? It's a human problem. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. after I did this, I thought that they were going to have I thought it was going to be much more poignant on some real topics, but I see, it was just hash slinging situation. So anyway, I'm gonna decide whether I'm gonna put this up or post this or not. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. Peace.